The story begins with Akira watching a zombie show and wishing it was his life instead. 3 years ago, Akira gets hired by a production company, a job he's always dreamed about. Before he speaks with the department chief, Kosuji, Akira bumps into Sari, a woman who works for the accounting department. She explains some aspects of the business to him and wishes him good luck on his first day. After his first day, Akira attends a company party at a bar. They ask Akira questions about college and other things. Akira spots Sari at the bar and vows to work hard to make a good impression on her. Suddenly, everyone's personality changes and they become mindless worker drones. Akira takes notice of their weird behavior at work and wonders what's happening. After pulling several all-nighters at work, Akira returns home exhausted. He wakes up with less sleep, however, and he's determined to give it his best shot. A year passes and Kosugi orders Akira to handle a task for him in a week since Takahashi's out of the picture for a while. Satori brings Akira food since he's overworked past his lunch break. Akira says she's the only one keeping his sanity in line and was his crush until he learned Satori was the CEO's mistress. Akira doesn't know why he still works for this production company without Satori as a goalpost. He questions if he should find another job, but realizes he may not have time to look for another one and doesn't want the team to pick up his slack. In his third year, Akira becomes more stressed out with work to the point where he contemplates suicide. He returns home and watches several TV shows that discuss workplace etiquette and the importance of workers' safety and health. Akira wakes up sleep-deprived again. He notices a letter on his door that reminds him he forgot to pay for his bike space. Akira visits his building's manager to discuss the situation with him. Akira doesn't get a response and sees the manager's door open. He learns the manager's turned into a zombie. Suddenly, an army of zombies chases after Akira as he questions what's happening. After thinking things through, Akira is joyful about the zombie apocalypse since it means he doesn't have to attend work anymore. Akira finds a spot free from the zombies and contemplates what he should do with his free time. Furthermore, he questions Satori's safety, but says he'd rather get eaten by zombies than hold in his feelings for her. He arrives at Satori's apartment and notices his boss is inside and has become a zombie. Akira tells his boss about his resignation from work and uses his rugby skills to tackle his boss out the window, killing him. Akira notices Satori is becoming a zombie and confesses his love for her. He then leaves to visit a store at night and contemplates what he should do with his life. Akira enters the store, purchases a Sharpie and notebook, and then turns it into a 100-point bucket list. Akira enjoys his new freedom and decides to have a morning beer, feeling happy about it. But oh no, he discovers that he's run out of beer. To avoid the zombies lurking around, he sneaks down a pipe and encounters the Kausikas, his neighbors feeling pretty down. Surprisingly, Akira's cheerful attitude gives them a glimmer of hope. On his way to the convenience store, Akira meets another survivor busy gathering supplies. This survivor scolds him for picking things she thinks are not essential for staying alive. After saving his life, the girl dashes away. Oh no, his bike is wrecked, but don't worry. He discovers a motorcycle and uses it to make a speedy getaway. When he finally gets back home, Akira sees that zombies have sneaked into the Kausaka's place. He decides to retreat to his own apartment, feeling a bit sad about the whole situation. Now alone in his apartment, Akira thinks deeply about everything. To lift his spirits, he makes a list of 100 things he wants to do before turning into a zombie. While he's doing this, we get a glimpse into the past through a flashback. It turns out that before meeting Akira, the girl was all about survival. But now thanks to him, she's starting to think that maybe having some fun is a good idea. Shu and the other survivors are bravely guarding Club Shu Time. At the same time, Akira, feeling proud after checking off grow a cool beard from his bucket list, decides it's time to search for his friend Kencho. While doing so, he realizes his phone has some unread messages. On the other side of things, Kencho is stuck at Club Shu Time when he gets a call from Akira. Akira promises to meet him and heads towards Shinjuku. Along the way, memories of their friendship before the outbreak fill Akira's mind. As the zombies get dangerously close to Kencho, something unexpected happens. A noise distracts the zombies, giving Kencho and the survivors a momentary break from the imminent danger. Akira and Kencho finally find each other, and Akira says sorry to Kencho for feeling jealous in the past. But oh no, zombies start chasing them, and they end up on the roof. Quick thinking, Akira jumps to another building's roof and urges Kencho to do the same. However, Kencho hesitates and reveals that he disliked his job as a real estate agent. He confesses that his true dream is to be a stand-up comedian. With Akira's support, Kencho gathers the courage to pursue his dream. In a surprising turn of events, Kencho takes off his clothes as he starts his stand-up routine. Later that night, Akira and Kencho have a conversation while still in the nude. Akira and Kencho make a plan to go to the department store to check off another item on Akira's bucket list, getting a flat-screen TV. When they arrive, they find out they're not the only ones there. They meet an old man and 3 flight attendants named Yukari, Maki, and Rika. Surprisingly, the group ends up having a good time together, whining and dining. This was another thing on Akira's bucket list. As the night unfolds, Akira tries a bit too hard to impress the girls and ends up drinking a bit too much. Meanwhile, Kencho and Maki decide to explore the furniture department and have a more intimate moment.
Yeah, boy.
While everyone is enjoying their time, Rika faces a dangerous situation. The zombified old man attacks her, creating a tense moment. Later, Yukari approaches Akira, and the two have a heartfelt conversation about their dream jobs. As the commotion continues, Kencho decides to check things out. Unfortunately, tragedy strikes when Maki is attacked and killed by the zombified Rika. In a desperate act of self-defense, Kencho is forced to smash Rika's head to ensure everyone's safety. Just as Yukari is about to share something with Akira, a horrifying event unfolds. The old man, now turned into a zombie, attacks and bites Yukari. Despite Akira's pleas, Yukari chooses to sacrifice herself to protect them when the old man attacks again. In the midst of this tragedy, Akira and Kencho manage to escape from the perilous situation, and surprisingly, they bring along the flat-screen TV they wanted. When they return to their base, Akira reflects on the recent events and adds a new desire to his bucket list, the wish to recall his childhood dream. Kencho tells Akira the self-defense force isolated things in Hokkaido and that some villages seal off access tunnels. Akira believes his family could be safe since they're in Gunma. After Kencho dyes his hair yellow, Akira confesses he wants to become a superhero who fights zombies to fulfill his childhood dream. Akira adds his superhero dream to the bucket list and travels with Kencho to the aquarium. He and Kencho head to the aquarium's back rooms. Akira finds a random shark suit in a locker. He uses spray paint to turn it into a superhero costume. Meanwhile, the girl Akira encountered before is on a bus, but things take a scary turn when one of the passengers turns into a zombie. In a tense situation, she and the other survivors decide to head to the aquarium. Fortunately, Akira arrives just in time and defeats the zombies by throwing them into the lake. However, he noticed the girl give him a sour look and realizes he failed to impress her. Akira reunites with Kencho and the others. Kencho urges him to speak with the girl he wanted to impress. Akira introduces himself as the girl analyzes his behavior and asks how saving people benefits him. Although she acknowledges Akira's effort, she questions if Akira considered the danger he put those important to him in. Akira ponders the girl's remarks as she tells him if he can't analyze risk, it'll lower his survivability. Suddenly, the group hears a banging sound. Akira and Kencho investigate the scenario and encounter a shark with two humans stuck inside it.
What?
The shark chases Akira and Kencho down as they reunite with the girl and the other survivors. The two tell everyone to run. After running into another pack of zombies, the girl informs everyone of an emergency exit. As they all head for the exit, the girl from the bus pushes Akira's crush to the side.
No, God, please!
Akira realizes she's not present in the room. Akira flees to save her from the shark. She questions why Akira is willing to go so far to complete things. Kencho spots them running from the shark and feels terrible that he doesn't have a way to save them. The girl shares a plan to defeat the shark with Akira. She heads elsewhere to handle her part as Akira fights the shark by himself. The shark overwhelms Akira, but Kencho taunts it by revealing his behind. This buys Akira enough time to usher the courage to fight the shark. The girl throws some batteries his way, allowing Akira to deliver an electrified blow to the shark. After the battle, Akira checks off his superhero dream from the bucket list. Kencho asks the girl why she didn't travel with the other survivors. She tells him she doesn't want to deal with big groups anymore. The girl spots Akira's bucket list and tells him it's funny how incompatible they are. Before Kencho and Akira depart, Akira asks the girl about her next plan. She says she wants to travel somewhere safe and sustainable. The girl gives Akira her contact information. It reveals her name as Shizuka Mikazuki. Later, Akira and Kencho plan to head to Gunma to find Akira's family. Having acquired a pair of solid gold watches, Akira and Kencho decide to change their scenery and head to Gunma. At an RV dealership, they unexpectedly encounter Shizuka. Choosing an RV for their journey, the trio hits the road, only to be halted by a spike strip that also injures Kencho. To make matters more complicated, they are confronted by a group led by Ganzu Kosugi, Akira's former boss.
What the f-
Kosugi's surprised Akira lived this long and offers to let him stay at his truck shop, which has food, spare tires, and other necessities. At the same time, Akira has this weird feeling in his chest after reuniting with his former team leader, who made his life miserable. He wants Akira and his friends to work for him for 2 days and uses the zombies to force Akira to comply. Kosugi gives Akira the rundown of what he'll be doing while Shizuka tends to Kencho's wounds. She's worried Kosugi will find a way to extend Akira's working duties past the 2-day mark. Akira attends to his work the following day and notices how everyone's feeling miserable. He stores beer in a cabinet to hand out cold ones to people later. Kosugi spots Akira in the act and asks him why he's wasting electricity. However, Kosugi changes his mind when his colleagues stumble upon them and say they're holding a welcoming party for Akira and his friends. His colleagues leave. Akira notices Kosugi is using zombies for labor work and refers to Akira and the zombies as equipment. We cut to Kencho and Shizuka discussing Akira's situation more. Kencho wonders why Akira is tolerating Kosugi's torment. We receive a brief flashback concerning Shizuka's past. She explains Akira has a tough time forgetting the fear Kosugi instilled in him when he worked under him. Witnessing Akira being mistreated by Kosugi triggers memories for Shizuka. It reminds her of how her father used to control every part of her life. In the RV, Shizuka stumbles upon Akira's bucket list and decides to add a new item. Meanwhile, a couple of members of the supply gathering team are unaware that a sneaky zombie has found its way into their truck. Back at the truck stop, when Akira, Kensho, and Shizuka try to leave, Kosugi plays mind games with Akira, manipulating him into staying. An angry Shizuka confronts Kosugi, calling him a coward for mistreating Akira. She boldly hands Akira back his bucket list, revealing what she wrote earlier. Empowered by Shizuka's support, Akira finally finds the confidence to stand up to Kosugi. Amidst chaos when the truck arrives and the hidden zombie is unleashed, Akira steps up and successfully handles the situation, saving everyone, including Kosugi. However, even after this, Kosugi's own gang decides to leave him behind at the truck stop due to his abusive and controlling behavior, as well as his cowardice. With this turn of events, Akira, Kensho, and Shizuka continue their journey, leaving Kosugi to face the consequences of his actions.
Perfect.
After trying out paddleboard yoga, Akira, Kensho, and Shizuka resume their journey and come across Beatrix Ammerhauser, a female otaku from Germany. Akira agrees to assist her in delivering fish to Takasaki, as eating at a sushi restaurant is on his bucket list. When they reach their destination, Akira and Beatrix find themselves facing a horde of zombies. In a daring move, Kensho and Shizuka manage to lure the zombies away and create an explosion, successfully eliminating the threat. The night turns enjoyable as everyone savors delicious sushi. A while later, the quartet reaches a hot spring, ready for relaxation. However, their peaceful moment is shattered when they realize the hot spring is surrounded and they have to make a quick escape. During the escape, Akira, finding himself alone, stumbles upon a seemingly unoccupied hot spring in the mountains. To his surprise, he encounters Shizuka, leading to a heartfelt conversation about love. Soon after, Kensho and Beatrix join them, turning the mountain hot spring into a setting for shared moments. Kensho lets everyone know they're almost at Akira's hometown and they look forward to meeting his family. However, Akira worries about how his father will react to him being out of work. Suddenly, Akira halts the RV due to a blocked tunnel filled with zombies. They take an alternative route to the village where they meet Masaru, a man working on a treehouse. While helping Masaru, Akira reflects on his beliefs and questions how they'll impact his bucket list. Masaru, in turn, shares a tragic story about his son turning into a zombie. They finish the treehouse, celebrate, and Masaru offers help if needed. Continuing their journey, Akira provides insights about his homeland. When they arrive, the town appears chaotic, but it turns out to be a lively party. Akira thanks his father, apologizes, and learns about the village's survival strategies. Inspired by Beatrix, he considers adding a historic home renovation item to his bucket list. Kensho, Shizuka, and Beatrix explore the town, leaving Akira alone with his mother. Despite Akira's attempts to help, his father falls ill. Akira tries to connect with him but struggles. Later, Akira encounters people from the city, sensing something familiar about their leader. A flashback reveals the leader's dark motives, and in the present, they prepare for a reckless plan. A few girls help Akira complete his dreadlocks bucket list item. During a discussion, one reveals she was a makeup artist for a zombie film Akira watched earlier. This leads to the woman recalling her crew's experience during the zombie outbreak. While one woman feels depressed about the past, another wants to stay positive in Akira's home village. They encounter Tom, an old woman, and Heiko, an old man mistaking Shizuka for his wife.
Yeah, baby!
Akira spends time with his family and tries to connect with his ailing father. Meanwhile, in the city, Higurashi and his gang enact a plan to unleash zombies on the village. Simultaneously, villagers combat the zombies and Akira and his friends face off against Higurashi's gang. Higurashi reveals his bitter feelings towards Akira from their college days and vows to turn everyone in the village into zombies. In response, Akira adds a new item to his bucket list, repaying his parents. Higurashi challenges Akira to see who can complete their bucket list first. Shizuka focuses on evacuating villagers, Beatrix plans to shut down the electric fence's generator, and Kensho chases after a newcomer, Anju. The situation intensifies as Higurashi aims to end his summer break on a dark note. Amidst the chaos, Akira's family and others struggle against zombies. Akira fights off zombies, hoping to reach his family. Anju interrupts Churo's antics with a chicken, and Kensho leads them to safety on a rooftop. Higurashi's comrade battles Kensho, and Beatrix faces off with Higurashi's female companion. Shizuka offers to help evacuate the village, but Tone insists she save herself. Shizuka leads zombies away, while Akira continues to protect his family. Akira's father, feeling frustrated, asks him to protect his mother and confronts the zombies. In another part, Kensho deals with Higurashi's comrade, offering his opinion on the man's situation and eventually diving into his cesspit. The plan works as the zombies chase the comrade into the electric fence. Heko motivates Tom and others, while Shizuka engages in a conversation with Higurashi's obese comrade. In a series of flashbacks, the obese comrade's past as a chef is revealed, and Heko intervenes, shooting him when more elderly villagers arrive. Shizuka shares a profound moment about luck and self-absorption. Beatrix destroys a water wheel with the help of zombies, outsmarting her opponent. Meanwhile, Akira's father succumbs to illness, and just as zombies are about to attack, Higurashi arrives, proposing a grim choice for Akira. In a revealing flashback, we see Higurashi's transformation from a happy child to an antisocial loner who grew to despise society, particularly individuals like Akira. Driven by his resentment, Higurashi decides to make Akira choose between him and his father. In a surprising turn of events, Akira appears to transform into a zombie but quickly gains the upper hand on Higurashi. It turns out that Akira cleverly disguised himself as a zombie with the help of fellow survivors to deceive Higurashi. As Akira confronts him, Higurashi experiences a breakdown, expressing his desire for friendship. Bitten by a zombie, Higurashi accepts his fate. Akira and the survivors attempt to evacuate the village but discover that the bridge connecting them across a canyon has been destroyed. Fortunately, Kameno has constructed a new bridge just in time. Akira and Kencho bravely hold the bridge while the villagers evacuate, narrowly escaping danger. The villagers manage to trap the zombies in the tunnel again and start rebuilding. Akira learns that his father is not infected, but instead has hemorrhoids. With the immediate threat resolved, the quartet makes plans to continue their goals amidst the zombie apocalypse. They aim to explore the world and fulfill their dreams, marking a new chapter in their journey beyond the village.